I wish to thank the grace of heaven and the virtue of our masters and our patriarchs and all the transmitters that I have this opportunity to talk about this class, which is what? To implement learning, cultivation, teaching, propagation, and practice of Tao. Wow, that's a mouthful. Okay, so anyway, so let's get started here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, so basically, okay, our 18 patriarch had, wanted us to sort of like learn about the Tao and to do everything, practice, cultivate, etc., and all that. So therefore, I guess what we want to ask is like, when we, I guess you could say, start cultivating, etc., and all that stuff, we sort of like hopefully we feel more, I guess you could say, more joyful about it. Okay, because it's sometimes it's difficult to find joy in those things, but hopefully we can at least get something out of it. So basically here it says 学到愈学越不学到越学越和气 ，OK， 修道越学越行越 yeah, right, that's correct. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So the more that we can learn, the more harmonious we become. The more we cultivate the Tao, the more we joyful we become. We become. So I guess let's ask ourselves. The more we learn Tao, the more harmonious we become. Okay, so does that, do you think that, that's good, or I mean, that's something that you can achieve, or something like that? Okay, and the more we cultivate the Tao, the more more joyful we become. So hopefully we can. Hopefully we can try to, I guess you could say, learn in the sense that we become more, I guess you could say, more harmonious in the sense that we can get together. I mean, get together in terms of people that we can cultivate with, okay, and also hopefully that we can try to find joy in what we can find joy of what we in terms of what we can be glad about. Okay, so does anybody feel that it's different or anything like that? I mean, what do you think? Because we do, well, let's go on. Let's put it this way, okay. 讲道越讲如性理 ，OK， 入性理。哦，对 ，yeah， 对，入性理。办道越办越怎么讲？契合啊，契机。Okay, so the more we teach Tao, the more we are immersed in its essence or true principles. The more we propagate Tao, the more momentous opportunities. Yeah, the more momentous opportunities there are, which is the turning point of our lives. Okay. And then, let's see, hold on a second. This one is, okay, yeah. And then the third one is, first, let me go through the third one. 行道越行越中快. Okay, the more we practice Tao, the more, how do you get rid of this thing?
Move the cursor, move the mouse
away
from there.
No?
You gotta let it move away. Don't leave the mouse down. Move up.
Oh, okay, there. Okay. The more we practice Tao, the more we are harmonious with the rules and regulations. Okay, so basically what 18 Patriarch is trying to say that, yeah, at least we can, the more we can learn, the more we can achieve harmony with people, and also we can also practice the Tao, and the more we can, get. I guess he said momentous opportunities, which is basically, I guess, things that can sort of like change its. What we
No, we can change our destiny.
Yeah, change the destiny,
We
right?
can,
Change the destiny.
we can do great deeds. I like be like a Buddha. Act like a Buddha. You know what I'm saying? So we can, you can say achieve superhuman deeds or something like that, or maybe deeds that non-ordinary humans. You know what I'm saying? Momentous moments. We also can transform our destiny, fate, and we can also transform other people's
Right.
destinies.
That's the important thing, yeah, that we can transform it. So therefore, and also what it says here about the rules and regulations, the more we can practice them, okay, in a way that we can learn from it, in the sense that the meaning of practicing practicing the right rules and regulations, okay. So therefore, I guess the whole point is the fact that, yeah, in a way we can transform our destiny, okay, and yet at the same time we can try to eventually become like a Buddha, okay, in terms of like well, not to say getting supernatural powers and all that stuff, but rather the fact that we can we can just sort of like get the enlightenment that we want, okay, if possible, okay, and practice more harmony. Yeah, the rules and regulations is really more to say that we can learn from the meaning behind the rules and regulations. Okay, so anyway, but this is what the 18th patriarch, want us to sort of like perform. Okay, so let's put it this way. Okay, all right. So here's the second part, is that what 求道有好处. Well, there's benefits in receiving the Tao. Okay, so therefore, one is to transform our temperament, which is our character, open up our wisdom, change our faith, and reshape our destiny, bestow favor and grace to descendants and ancestors, avoiding calamities and escape danger and transcend samsara. Okay, so this is pretty much what we tell people who has received the Tao, so that before we say that. So, but the first thing you have to do is really what? To transform our temperament. That's the main thing, in order to be able to transform our temperament. Now, the thing is that you can say, hey, I'm already pretty much okay, and I don't have to transform our temperament. But in reality, this is really more like saying that, yeah, I could say in most cases, you think that, yeah, you can transform your temperament. But until that you get to the point where you really are basically like, I don't know, up to the point of like, how would you say, when you sort of like how would you say? I can't say it. When you transform it, okay, it is when you get to the point of, when you build up some certain things about, things that you cannot bear it or something like that, then you have to transform this temperament. But you really need to sort of like be, I guess you could say, not carefree, but to help you sort of like help you, I guess you could say, oh gosh.
No, the simple way is just
No.
get rid of our bad temperament.
Yeah,
habits,
but it's
those are all acquired.
Well, that's
many,
true.
many
That's true.
lifetimes.
Okay.
And then what's left? We will manifest our Buddha nature. That's our true character. That's our true character. Our true character.
Well, that's
the
up to
four immeasurable minds, et cetera.
that's the second point, which is up to
Okay.
our
Okay?
to show you our wisdom. Okay, so
No. Then the wisdom comes later.
Yeah,
Wisdom
right.
is you can say is a I don't know how to say application. You can say when it's put into use, it's an application. Wisdom is like the other side of the coin. So on one side, you can say you have the four immeasurable mind. So let's use that, as a coin. Let us say. But on the flip side, you have wisdom. Get it? Now, wisdom doesn't have to be applied yet. I mean, it could be. It's a natural. You can say natural quality. Maybe that's a quality, intrinsic quality. Example, diamond. What's intrinsic quality of a diamond? Very hard. Very hard, right? It's very hard. It's the hardest known rock, right? Or stone, right? Hardest object in nature, okay? In our nature, and also what? What's its other quality? So that's one side. That's one side, right? One side of the coin. It's hard. It's very hard. Then what's the other side? Right. It's bright. So here's the thing. So the hardness is, you say, it's innate. It's innate with a diamond, right? You don't have to say, well, I have to make a diamond hard. Who says that? Who does that? There's no need. A diamond is already the hardest object or whatever, okay? But a diamond can also, you put it in a dark room, for example, and you just shine one light, one beam, one photon, or whatever. And then boom, it lights up, right? So the other flip side, one of its intrinsic qualities is that it shines, it's bright or whatever, okay, shines. It could be used or it could not be used. You don't have to use that brightness. You can, right? You can. You can apply it in a laser, make the light much more, what can I say, focus or focus concentrated, maybe that's another term, right? A diamond, right? You could use it. Similarly, with our Buddha nature, we already have that intrinsic quality. I'm using an analogy, okay, to the hardness, is that we have those qualities of, the four immeasurable minds, right? We did that class last month, right? Four immeasurable minds, those qualities, right? Then, simultaneously, on the other side, flip side, we have wisdom. We have this Buddha nature wisdom, this marvelous wisdom, which means we know everything, right? Or you can say we know everything. We can see the past, the future, etc., right? You don't have to use it, but then we can apply that wisdom or the immeasurable mind qualities in practice, or get it? Okay.
Yeah, the idea is that you have to first transform your character or your character. You transform, and then once you can transform that, then of course you can achieve this point of where you can have this immeasurable minds, okay, whatever, okay, and then and that basically another part is the fact that you can change your fate and reshape our destiny. That's because, of course, when you can change your destiny, when you can change your fate, okay, it basically means the fact that you have this ability to be. I mean, you have this purpose or whatever to do something, and which then of course can affect your fate, okay? So therefore, our changing our fate and destiny is a little bit, I guess you could say, depending on what you do, okay, what you do. And then of course bestow the favor and grace to the descendants and ancestors. Well, that's just a leftover of the fact that we can create create what? you can the 九贤七祖. Okay, the 九贤 is the nine descendants, and 7 ancestors. Okay, now the idea is that when you can, and in order for you to do this, is the fact that you have to be able to acquire the merit that you need to help them, okay? Because after all, of course, the fact that they are already suffering in wherever the place there is, they are, then of course they can achieve or be more. I guess you could say promoted. That's a way of saying it, to be promoted to a different level. Okay, and then of course another thing is to do is avoid calamities and escape danger. this is really more to do with the fact that we don't normally get people to have calamities or whatever. Okay, but yeah, we do. There are something as collective karma as well as individual karmas. Okay, so the collective karma is basically saying that certain things can happen in certain places, and of course, if we can avoid that, we have the ability to be able to avoid those calamities. Okay, and then of course the final goal is to transcend samsara. Basically, just to say the fact that we are able to achieve enlightenment, etc. Okay, now in the Christian sense, they tend to say that transcend samsara is there's a sort of like a belief that you can No, not repent, but rather the fact that there is because Jesus Christ rose on the third day, right? Okay, and so therefore there's a tendency to think that we are thinking about really the physical life, but in reality, what this is talking about is really the spiritual life. Okay, so it's different. Okay, so anyway, so those are the things that we can benefit from the Tao. All right. Okay. To learn Tao and cultivate the Tao, okay, we have to attend classes, study carefully Tao classics, go to temple regularly, set up our own cultivation path, and perform meritorious deeds and establish virtues. Okay. One of the things that we can learn about the Tao is to attend classes. Of course, it is possible that you can study on your own, etc. It's possible. It's not impossible. But the fact that it allows us to be able to have a collective or a collect. I guess you could say an ability to be able to attend. Not to attend class. The ability to have a group. I guess you could say discussion or whatever, and to be able to learn from each other. Okay, so that's the purpose of attending classes. Now, the study of Tao classics, in order for us to learn about the Tao, we have to be able to learn I guess you could say besides the sutras, we also have the Shanfu, etc., and all that stuff to be able to teach us something. So these are things that we need to learn, okay? And then to go to temples regularly, okay, in a way, we say that when we go to the temple, we get this pu zao, okay? And so therefore, it just means the fact that going to the temple, you learn about attend classes, and you also can attend the practice, rituals, etc. Okay, and in a way, all these things help to help us to grow. Okay, and so therefore, we set up our own cultivation path. I guess you could say this is more like when we. Well, okay, there's two ways. One is the fact that sure, you go up and set up your temple by yourself already, but also the fact that you have a roadmap to which you can cultivate. Okay, and so therefore, in a way, because not all, I don't want to say not all, but we tend to think that we tend to individualize. Okay, let's put it that way. Our cultivation path, because we don't really have the same exact way of doing things. Okay, but the fact that we all have a way in which to sort of like I guess you could say as a group to be able to learn from each other. Okay, and then of course perform more states. Okay, that's just self-explanatory. You have to do good things, etc., and establish virtue. And this is all from, of course, the fact that not only can we benefit ourselves, but we also can benefit others as well as our ancestors. Okay. Anything else? Any Any questions or whatever? Okay.
But in terms of virtue, then we have different types of virtue.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, all right. There are meritorious virtues or meritorious deeds and establishing virtue. We tend to differentiate between what kind of deeds, okay, we have. We're talking about like the true meritorious deeds, okay? It's basically we say that this, because I think Lao Si or whoever who spoke of it, he says, because when we perform deeds or whatever, okay, if we don't do it with intent, don't have any type of intent, then we can have meritorious deeds. However, if we do it with some intent, then what? It becomes Fubao, right? The more like it's still merit. It's still merit. Okay, it's just the fact that it's no longer. I guess you could say it's no longer. It's just karmic. It's just karmic. Let's put it that way. Just karmic. Okay, so. Okay, so anything else? Okay, so goals, learning. Okay, here. Oh wait, hold on a second. Okay, all this is the same. All right. Okay, so here. Okay, so therefore, let's put that way. Gosh, can. Okay. Oops. Okay, so here goals for learning, etc. Okay, so therefore we got learn Tao up to the moral standards of the holy sages. Cultivate Tao to accommodate everything like Maitreya. Okay, this is basically saying that we need to set up a standard, especially when we cultivate. Okay, we need to have a standard, and well, you're gradually improving, of course. So you're not up to the standard exactly already, but the fact that you can still learn to be able to get to that standard, and then you need to cultivate in the sense that you need to accommodate everything like Maitreya. That just means what? He has a Maitreya. Yeah, right. Exactly. The fact that he's able to accommodate everything, regardless of what. However, I mean, there's a couple stories, about Maitreya saying the fact that if he's so humble or so willing to, I mean, not willing, but rather humble to accept things that people tell him to do. And one of the things is the fact that he goes, oh, you need to in order for you to I don't know, do certain things. He needs to. He says he has to crawl behind, or not crawl up below his feet or something like that. Anyway, but the point is the fact that you need to be humble. That's the most important thing, that you need to be humble. Okay, and then teach Tao thoroughly to its true meaning, profoundness. Propagate Tao until it is. Propagate Tao until it is everywhere, and then practice Tao until all of the beings, or all of the three realms are saved. Okay, so teach Tao through. I don't know. I guess pretty much is you have to teach, or to give a chance for people to learn, and so therefore you need to thoroughly to its true meaning. Thoroughly its true meaning. That's a little bit Okay, well, anyway, to propagate down to us. Okay, everywhere.
No, because when we're talking about the Tao, there are many levels. Very basic level. It's like a religion. You be a good person, don't be a bad person. Follow the precept. Don't
10
kill,
directions. Okay, got it.
right? But the higher level is that you have to be enlightened. You have to see your Buddha nature. You have to realize your Buddha nature. You have to act according to your Buddha nature. Your Buddha nature is like what the precepts say when it's in action. Or your Buddha nature, when it speaks the teachings, the dharmas, etc., etc. It speaks the principles. All right? Get it? Okay, so that's, the different level. So when you teach about, obviously, depending on the audience, right? When Buddha was teaching, right, depending on the audience, he would say very basic things, for people who still don't have the higher level, of understanding. He just say, follow the precepts, just follow them, right? Just don't do bad things, right? Follow, don't do the five cardinal sins, etc., right? Don't kill, don't rob, don't steal, etc., right? Right? At different levels, right? Then with Shibuti, he didn't say follow the precepts. I mean, you read the Diamond Sutra, read the Diamond Sutra. He didn't tell Shibuti, oh, you have to follow the precepts. He's beyond it. Get it? He talked to Shibuti about what? Emptiness.
Emptiness, right.
Right? Ooh, what's that? So he goes, everything's empty. He goes, even my dharma is empty. Yeah, whoa. So just different level.
Yes, yeah. So it is true that you do have to achieve. I mean, you do have to teach at different levels. That's basically and it's up to. I mean, it's expediency. Yeah, but it's also the fact that each to his own level. Let's put it that way. Okay. So, and then the other one is the 10 directions. Well, yeah. Let's see. It's north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, southwest, and and then also the up and down. So that's the 10 directions. It just means the fact that you need to propagate it, especially everywhere. Okay, and then of course the practice of the Tao is what? To allow those sentient beings to be able to be saved by 3 realms, right? So therefore it's be saved pretty much. Okay, so oops. Okay, so learning Tao is to our daily lives, cultivating Tao is our hearts and minds, teaching Tao is from our Buddha nature. Okay, so I guess this is pretty self-explanatory. The fact that you have to learn it in everyday life, and so therefore, really, learning Tao is, like we say, very ordinary. It's very ordinary. Okay, and then in cultivating Tao, you need to apply our hearts and minds to it. Okay, and of course teaching Tao is what? From our Buddha nature. Be sincere. Be sincere. Right. And then
According to the
true nature, and then teaching Tao is what? Through our true nature. Okay, so, and then propagating Tao is with the Sangha, and practicing Tao is through ourselves by our words and action. Okay, well, propagating Tao is through the Sangha. Sangha is the temple. And really, you have to have a temple in order to practice the Tao. But of course,
This means we are doing things that together with the Sangha, the other Tao members, in terms of propagating and also following the rules and regulations, conducting Dharma classes, etc., right? You can't conduct a Dharma class by yourself, right? Example, you can't have classes by yourself. I mean, that's not called a class. So that's why you have to do it with the Sangha. That's the, part of the learn, study. Study, you can study on your own. Learn, you can learn on your own. Right. But we also have, more specific.
The practicing.
That's why we say practice, right? Or propagating, propagating. We have to what? Perform the 3 treasure ceremony, right? Or do that, right? You can't do it by yourself. I mean, some transmitters could do it by themselves, but that's tough, right? So you have to have a temple anyway. So usually the Sangha means that there's a temple, right? Usually, okay, right? So that's what it means, right?
Yeah, it's basically practicing the Tao is through ourselves. Okay, you want to get a crack at that one?
After learning, studying, cultivating all that stuff, right? You still have to do it. just by either you sitting in a temple, or you talk about it, or you learn about it, you study it, you say, I'm sincere, but you don't
But you
do it.
do it, right?
What good is it? What good is it? That's empty. That's nothing, right? So through ourselves, sometimes you have to apply it.
Yeah,
that was
right,
it.
exactly,
Apply
yeah.
it, show it. You say, show it, apply it, do it, right? Right? So
Yeah.
that's why you have to through ourselves. No, you can't say, oh, Buddha, I learned so many things. Da, 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 da. Please save me. Please help me do this, and you do nothing. What good is that? What good is that? Right? Right? You have to fulfill your vows. Right? You have to etc. etc. Okay? That's what
Okay, yeah. So it basically just means the fact that you have words and actions must what?
That's it.
By what?
They have to
Merge. Yeah, balance, right? Okay, yeah. Because so therefore, when you practice that, of course, you must what? Be aware of the fact that you need to apply it properly. Okay. Oh, sorry. Is that it?
walk the talk. That's
Right.
verse.
That's walk the talk, right? Okay. Okay. So therefore, here to learn Tao must learn 3 words: classic sutras, teaching and instructions, which is dharmas and scriptures, and then example role model. Okay. So we all need to have role model. Well, first of all, to learn the classics or to learn the 3 words is basically to learn what the scriptures, etc. All these stuff, and then teaching and instructions, which is dharmas and scriptures, which is also the what. In when you have a class, a temple, whatever, the fact that you can have instructions about these things, and then examples is basically what you get people to what to lead those.
You follow the,
Yeah, to follow. Yeah,
like you follow role models, i.e., who are the role models in the Tao? Usually, it's our predecessors, grand predecessors,
Right.
transmitters. I mean, usually. Right? Okay, or the Buddhas and things.
yeah, but
And then-
apparently,
and then
yeah.
learn. Well, that's classics. Classics contain, you can say, the truth about the Tao, or you can say the truth. That's good enough. The truth talks about the Tao. I'm saying, okay. The teachings are the application of that truth. Hmm? Yeah, right.
Yeah, the applications, that's correct.
Instructions. So a lot of the scriptures, Holy Teacher scriptures during last month's Dharma 2-day class, etc. We have what? The 12 relinquishments. Those are instructions, you can say. I mean, it's a scripture. You can say it's a scripture because it's rhymes. It's a poem. It's like a poem, right? But it has instructions. So it's put into use or put into practice. Sorry, the principles that we learn in the classics. Yeah. Right. Right. Okay.
Oops, sorry. Okay, and then of course, apparently the Holy Teacher is basically talking about the fact that there's certain things that you need to learn and certain things that you should not forget, but rather the fact that certain things that you try to avoid. Okay, so apparently here it goes. It goes. Most fear 3 words: rejection, avoiding responsibilities, delay or procrastination, put off, and disorganization, rambling, and incoherent jumble. Okay, so these are the things that you want to avoid in the sense that you don't want to what not do your duty, okay, and to be able to put off things that you should be doing, and also be disorganized. Okay, so these are things that we don't want to we want to avoid. Let's just put it that way. We want to avoid those things.
Make sure you don't teach the wrong thing.
Well,
See, that's another. That's a second thing. That's a different thing.
Rambling, incoherent.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Or you could say 不乱系统, that's similar idea.
Yeah, you could say that 不然系统. That's the
You have to follow like a,
right. The
yeah,
system, right?
protocol,
Protocol
the,
system. Yeah, so that's why we have
the
this
rules and regulations,
this
et cetera,
15,
et cetera,
yeah, the
right?
15 precepts or
You
whatever.
know, or the, you know, 承上启下, right? That
Yeah,
type of
right.
thing, right? That
Yeah,
type of thing.
that's type
The
thing.
delay means that, you know, you just got lazy. Yeah,
Yeah, you get
just
lazy,
do it.
right?
yeah,
That's true.
You keep putting it off. Say, oh, I'm still young. I'm too busy with my family, my job, my career, so I don't need to come to class. You know, I don't need to learn. I'll wait till I retire. Mañana. Famous Spanish saying. Mañana. Always mañana. Yeah, that's famous Spanish saying, right? Okay, word. And then fear, rejection means, you know, even though, let's say, you know, let's say you are a staff member or, you know, speaker, lecturer. You say, oh, down class, I don't want to come. I'm too busy. You know what I'm saying? You reject, you avoid. You don't want to do what you're supposed to do. Understand? Okay? Or
Okay.
what you know you should do. Okay? Stuff like that. I'm just using example. Okay?
Then the other one, another thing to cultivate Tao must learn 3 words again. Also, admonitions. Isn't that change? Isn't that change? Yeah, isn't that
See, you can say-
we should?
No. I mean, I that's what
Admonitions?
Perez say. I mean, it depends on how you
Define it.
or contextualize it.
Stay,
I mean, to me, precepts are narrower, you know, because a precept means it's like a commandment. You know, it's like a you know, a commandment, right? Like a law, right? Like a law, a moral command, right? A moral command. What admonitions is more like a warning or a you know, to make you aware, right? Admonitions. You can say, I mean, now you can make it more strict. There's a narrower meaning of admonition, right? Admonition, right? There's a stricter, I mean, there's a narrower meaning. But general admonition means you admonish a child for misbehavior.
Correct.
That type of thing, right? That's a narrow sense. But a general sense, a warning just means make you aware. You know, say give you a heads up. You know, like a heads up, a warning. It's a warning or caution. Warning is too severe. It's a caution. It's a caution to caution us that hey, there are certain things that we should do and shouldn't do. Right? Caution us. So more specifically, that's very broad, very general. It's a caution, a warning, a caution. You know, when you're driving a car, you see those yellow signs, right? That's diamond-shaped signs. It shows the roads curving, or it shows. So that's a caution, right? To warn you ahead of time. Oh, you can have a lot of curves, or it's a very narrow, whatever, all that stuff, right? Right, falling rocks, stuff like that, right? Stuff like that. So that's like a caution, right? And then specifically more narrow, well, what does the caution include? Or what does it embody? Precepts, the 10 Commandments, or stuff like that, right? The 5 cardinal sins, disciplines, right? Stuff like that.
Yeah.
What you should and should not do, right? So I think admonition is more like a caution, warning. Hey, there are some things to watch out for.
Can it also include like a foreseeing something that's going to happen?
No, I wouldn't say that because that's not in this context. Because it just means that when we are cultivating, we should be aware, have a heads up.
Because the 黄母
世界, yeah, that's a warning.
No, it's different type of jit. It's a yen pot, right?
Actually, so this jit is not really on admonition, but yeah, admonition is the other jit with the yen.
No, admonition is. I don't know how you translate it because admonition also.
This jit is precept.
No, literally it means precept.
Precepts, right?
Yeah,
But
literally.
you have that
Disciplines.
Yes, I think it's yen pot.
Yeah, that's admonition.
That's admonition.
But it's like a type of caution, warning. It's like saying, be aware, be on the lookout,
Well, I mean, this jit, more properly is defined as discipline. It's just defined it as a discipline.
No, that's 戒律.
No, it's
Jit.
jit. That's what jit is.
Yeah, I mean, this,
境界.
but to me, I think it's more should be a warning. It just means that something that you should be mindful, heedful aware that, there are certain things that I should or should not do, okay?
Yeah, and then of course another one is the what? State of mind. Literally settled, Diana, and quiet too.
Yeah, it just means that
You need to
our
constantly
heart and mind
be
has to be
calm, right? Calm, exactly.
quiet to
Quiet to
settle.
sit. Right.
At the higher level, it means samadhi. Okay.
Right. Yeah, basically it's to say that if you in whatever you do, you constantly what? There's a term called what? 真人静坐. I don't know how it's translated. To be able to what? Have a state of mind that's what? Unperturbed. Okay. And then of course perception. Okay. Wisdom and prajna. Okay. Perception, wisdom, and Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Wisdom and no. Perception is what? Wisdom and prajna.
Well, see, because the two words, the 界定慧, and then it repeats.
Yeah,
Way.
yeah,
So
right.
I didn't want to use wisdom. So I say it's a view. You can say perception is a type of view. It's your understanding view.
Understanding of what?
A view, right? Understanding. Yeah, it's a type of view. The view that we should have is the wisdom. It's based on our prajna. It's not based on our human consciousness. The perception. That's what I use.
Okay. Yeah, and so of course.
How you perceive, that's how you see
Right.
things, that's another way to
Yeah.
say, right? How we see things, we should not rely on the five senses,
sense,
i.e.,
right.
The 6, 7, even 8 consciousness,
consciousness,
right?
Okay.
The whole idea is not to rely on that. Our perception should not rely on that, because if we do, then we're not enlightened, right? Then we're not enlightened. So we should rely or perceive things, understand, view things, see things, etc., through our
Prajna.
Buddha nature.
Buddha nature prajna.
I mean that's the highest level.
Yeah, right. Of course, and the three words that we want to avoid is, fear is greed, rage, delusion. That's what?
Yeah, it's the opposite of the other.
That's the opposite of the greed is basically what? Anger, or it's anger actually. Anger, yeah, same thing. Anger and okay. Delusion, okay. 贪嗔痴,
Yeah.
贪嗔痴,
So
okay.
poison.
Okay, the three poisons, okay. To teach Tao, one must learn three words: respect, honesty, and gratitude. Okay, so therefore, we need to what? Be able to learn and what? Respect the people who are what? Worthy, in order to set an example for us. And then honesty is what? We must be truthful in what we do, etc. And then also gratefulness is the fact that, we need to be grateful in terms of what? Have people teach us, and therefore we need to be, gratefulness just means that, you have people who can teach us, and so therefore we must.
Now, grateful that we have the karmic affinity
Well-
the opportunity to be able to speak about the Tao or to teach about the Tao. Get it? Okay? That's all.
And then the three words that are blindness, vagueness, and bush. Smart. Busyness, haste. Okay, so therefore, we must not be blind or lacking in understanding. To have confusion, and also busyness, haste. Yeah.
I made it up. I created a word.
Yeah, these are all just the opposite of what we're talking about. Okay,
But,
go ahead.
Busyness.
Busyness?
Just means you're so
Yeah,
busy,
it's busy.
you can't be bothered.
Yeah. You don't want. Okay. Propagate Tao, you need to also learn three words: compassion, attraction, and manage. Okay. So therefore, charisma, management, control over emotion. Okay, yeah. So therefore, yeah, we need to what practice compassion. Okay, and then attraction is charisma. It depends on
You know, but, yeah, you know, when we, this is talking about when we're propagating. That
Propagating
means,
the Tao,
you know,
yeah.
We're either motivating people, or introduce people, talking to people about the Tao. We can't be too rigid, or too loose. Yeah, it's a very interesting, okay? So we have to have some type of attractiveness, I say that. A quality of, you know, to want to make people feel, how can I say, feel comfortable, at ease about, learning about the Tao, or willing to learn about the Tao. Get it? Okay, all right, so I call that a type of charisma, a type of, I don't know, but what do you call that? You know, a type of attractiveness that people appealfulness? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess.
So like you have a certain type of light, so that when you speak to someone, they could understand because you're reflecting what you're actually speaking about, or trying to get over to that person.
Okay, yeah, that's one way. And then what? How about the manage or control over emotions?
Yeah,
You
we
manage
can't-
because yeah.
Yeah, we can't be too emotional, or we can't
Right.
be too impatient, or too
Mostly
or
impatience.
too very coercive, you know, very forceful.
Right.
Can't be very forceful, you know, coercive. You know, say, you must do this. You know, you gotta do this, otherwise you're gonna go to hell.
Right.
You know,
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
when people hear that, they say, "What?" You know, so,
Yeah.
So you know, so that just means we have to manage our temperament, our emotions. Yeah, it's our emotions, the way we speak, the tone in which we speak, etc., etc.
Right.
I want to
And
ask
then
a question or make a comment about gratitude.
yeah.
Does it go beyond just being grateful to our teachers and the fact that we have an affinity for Tao? Is it more just being grateful for health, strength, life?
Yeah, that
You could do that. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, but that's more the like the worldly aspect, so to speak. Yeah. Okay. But the idea is that you need to be grateful for the fact that you have first of all be able to learn about the Tao, to be able to accept go through this ceremony, etc. And then another thing is to be able to the fact that you can learn from those people who are teaching you the Tao, so therefore, you're grateful for that. And then, the other sense is the fact that, you're grateful for the fact that, I have family or aspects that you can, I don't know, if you can, I guess you could say, grateful for the life that you have. Okay, so that more like covers a little bit, of the or physical aspect of life. Okay, but you do still have the other aspect, which is spiritual. Okay, the three words you have to feel the most is what? Motive, timidity, deception. Okay, motive is what? Right. Conditional, exactly. Conditional, right? Conditional, your ego, and then timidity, fear. How would you describe that? Fear in the sense that what? You're afraid to do certain things.
You're like an open mind, so you don't have to.
Oh, the opposite. Okay, the opposite. Open, and then
Right.
Yeah.
deception.
Yeah.
You're
It's, well, hypocrisy, right? But, I mean, it's like you're not, you're faking it.
You're
Yeah.
pretending.
you're pretending.
Pretending.
Exactly. That's what it's pretending. Okay. Oops. To practice Tao, must learn three words: refinement, clarity, and kinship. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You have to what? Constantly improve. Okay. Clarity, to be what?
This case is talking about inside, basically.
Yeah,
You have
right.
to be very clear inside, like clarity, understanding all the principles, understanding all that, and then,
And kinship, of course, is to be to have people with what the karma, etc., to be able to what cultivate together. Okay, and then of course, three other pretense, pride, and
rudeness.
rudeness. Wait, hold on a second. Pretension is also the previous part. Deception, okay.
Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah, it's similar, okay. Pride is basically what? You want to get rid of your ego, okay, and oops, and rudeness. Disrespect,
It could also be neglect.
yeah, I guess you could say.
Neglecting
It's
certain,
hard to say.
certain etiquettes,
Etiquettes,
proprieties, stuff like that.
Okay, so anyway, let's put this to rest. Oops. Oh. Cultivate Tao one step at a time. Listen to the Tao principles one bit by bit. Okay. Correct our faults and bad temper one by one. Learn the rules, rituals again and again. Perform virtuous deeds one at a time. Okay, so this is all what the 18th Patriarch had want us to do, which is basically, yeah, you first cultivate Tao one by one because you have to start from the beginning, okay? And then number two, the fact that, yeah, you learn the principles of the Tao. Again, also start from the beginning. And then correct our faults and bad temper one by one, yeah, because you have to definitely correct whatever you have, are bad habits, etc. And then learn the rules and rituals because you have to, again, also learn the rules and rituals one by one, and then perform virtuous deeds also one by one. It's not to say that you have to do this simultaneously, but you can also do this at the same time. Okay.
So cultivation is it's a stepwise process.
Right.
It's not
Yeah,
like
it's
you,
the beginning.
you
Yeah,
don't
right.
jump all the way
Well,
to the
yeah.
top and become a Buddha, right?
Right, of course.
Instantly. So, but the rules and regulations you do have to keep continuously
Right.
Learn.
Do it.
repeat, over and over to
Right.
do it. Otherwise,
You're gonna forget it.
whatever. So you have to constantly.
So all this is just very
Hold on a second.
basic stuff that we do it over a lifetime, over our lifetime. So none of this is saying you do it one day and then you don't have to do it anymore, right? Right?
Yeah, and you
Right.
don't skip a day and all that stuff.
Right.
So the idea is, you do it a whole lifetime.
You have to do it
Right,
continuously,
continuously, right,
for the
okay.
rest of our
And also the idea is that also you don't want to be able to regress when you learning about the Tao. Okay, so therefore, must by all means learn and cultivate the Tao. Must by all means teach and propagate the Tao. Must by all means practice the Tao, and by all means achieve enlightenment. So the idea is he's just saying the fact that if you can you can maintain this forever for the rest of your life, then you will be able to achieve this enlightenment.
No, I mean,
10 what? No. I mean, no, literally, it means 10 million.
10 ones just means no.
no.
10
No, one is 10,000. Right?
10,000,
That's-
right?
10 is 1,000 times 10,000 is 10 million. It is 10 million.
No, no, 10 is 1,000.
Right? 1,000, 10,000.
And then 10,000.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so that's 10 million. Right? 1,000, 10,000.
So anyway, I really am sorry about. I think I have a problem, but anyway, I think I basically was only able to go through this a little bit by little bit because I really have a hard time for some reason reading it. Okay, so anyway, but I want to thank the grace of heaven and the virtue of our predecessor and masters that I have this opportunity to present this class. Thank you very much.